Alright folks, how you doing? RussellTrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box, Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness. Put in the healing back in health. Once again, don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Those links are down below for you to explore other areas of my social media and the other things I've got going on in my life and within the community. Don't forget when you're at the website to sign up for the newsletter, and then to also check out and click on that free gifts button. Got 2 downloads there for you: setting goals, fitness, and nutrition. Today, coming at you with a spiritual video talking about why we celebrate Mass on Sundays. Right? I'm not going to lie, I just got kind of caught up for about 30 minutes, maybe a little less, 10, 15, on, like the Mark of the Beast YouTube videos and things like that. And they were talking about the microchip and whatnot. And then I like reading the comments on things. Even on my videos, if you comment, I'm going to respond a majority of the time, unless it's just something really ridiculous. I don't mind engaging in the comment box. But a lot of these people were saying Sunday, the Roman Church is the Antichrist, and worshiping on Sunday is the mark of the beast or something. I don't know, it was weird. So it made me want to do this video on why Sunday. I've done one before, but now I've recently learned a few more things about it that I thought was interesting in some of my studies. So first we're going to go just to the Bible here, right? Let's see what happens. And we're going to go to 1 Corinthians. And so the first thing I'm going to discuss real quick here, it says the contribution for the saints. Now concerning 1 Corinthians 16, 1 and 2 we'll go with. I'll just go with 1 and 2. Now concerning the contribution for the saints, as I directed the church of Galatia, right? So he's directing churches. He's talking to churches, not me as an individual. As I directed the churches of Galatia, you are also to do. On the first day of the week, each of you is to put something aside and store it up, as he may prosper, so that the contributions need not be made when I come. And when I arrive, I will send those whom you accredited to the letter. So, once again, on the first day we shall gather, right? And when we go to Mass, church, whatever it is, right? They always bring the donations around, and then you collect, right? So then, that's part of why we say Sunday, based on that little verse right there, we could say. Next is going to be one I thought was interesting when they talk about when Christ died and rose from the dead, right? That's why we call it Good Friday. And they say, and if you listen to Christian rap, Andy Mineo, he talks about Good Friday, why they call it good. An innocent man was murdered and nailed in the wood, right? So Good Friday is the day he died, right? Nailed in the wood. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He rose on Sunday. So Christ rose from the dead on Sunday. And some people will say, hey, what about this or that? They get confused on that. And we've got to understand it's not going to be a full, what is that going to be, 52 hours, right? When they say 3 days, when he says we'll spend 3 days in the ground, we're not talking a full 52 hours, 62 hours. Right? So 62, 40, yep. 62, 72 hours. Sorry. It's not a full 72 hours, right? We're just talking about 3, we can go off of business days even though it's a Saturday, Sunday, which aren't business days, but just 3 days, right? So we've got Friday at 3, I think is what it says. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it would be Sunday. And then, of course, if we wanted to go from that, it would be, I think if you look at Jewish time, the day would always start at night. So it'd be Thursday night to Friday night, Friday night to Saturday night to Sunday night, right? So 3 days still, if we're going to go in that sense. So then we've got to understand, we go 1 Corinthians, where was it? Okay, 22. For Jews demand signs and Greeks seek wisdom, but we preach Christ crucified. 1 Corinthians 1:22. And actually that's going to be 23. But we preach Christ crucified. a stumbling block to Jews and a folly to Gentiles. But those who are called, both Jew and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. So we preach Christ crucified. Once again, it's another reason why Catholics, one of the reasons why we have Jesus on the crucifix, right? It's not just an empty cross, right? We have Jesus on the crucifix because we are here to preach Christ crucified, which once again is Sunday, right? Then the next thing that I just heard the other week that I thought was very interesting is they say Jews always looked to the future, right? To the prophecy that the Messiah was coming, right? Emmanuel, Christ is with us, I think was what the term was, right? So they're looking forward. That's why the Sabbath was on Saturday, right? Because they're always looking towards the end of the week. They're looking forward. But now, with Christ coming into play, the Sabbath is changed because of Christ. Now the prophecy has happened, right? So now we as Christians, now we start on the first day of the week. It's almost like we are looking back, right? Because we've already seen. The prophecy has already come true. So we are looking back at Christ crucified. So we are starting on Sunday, the first day of the week. We're no longer looking forward to the end of the week, and we start at the beginning of the week, so then we can kind of progress. I thought that was an interesting teaching, the concept that I heard doing my Catholic studies, of course, because I'm going for Catholics. So now we are looking backwards to the resurrection of Christ because he has already risen. The Messiah has already come, versus Jews were looking forward to the Messiah. We are now looking back at the Messiah in a sense, right? So once again, I hope this helps. Once again, those were from 1 Corinthians, and then of course from my studies at the New St. Thomas Institute, I think it is. Look it up. It's Dr. Taylor Marshall. It's good stuff. He's one of the guys right now that I'm going through his online study course. Great information, and when I'm starting to come out with these videos, these will be things that I will be including. But of course, with other stuff that I've learned in the past, just trying to connect all these dots and help you. So once again, I hope this helps. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there as well. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like these videos.